Good afternoon, retro gamers. Welcome back. Slightly different angle this time. I've been doing a lot of Neo Geo AES stuff, but something that I just wanted to explore a little bit more is 4-player mode. Now, I did have friends. I was lucky enough to have friends when I was younger, when I had my Mega Drive, but usually just 2-player, right? The Mega Drive that I had 2 control pads, and we played quite a lot of 2-player games. However, something I picked up quite some time ago, long after the end of the Mega Drive was on the market at a boot sale, was the EA 4-way play adapter. So you can see here 2 9-pin connectors which go into the front of the Mega Drive and then open up 4-way play. So this was the EA version, and I've got some EA games here. These two are actually my original 90s games. So I had a MegaCD. I was very lucky to have a MegaCD in the 90s. These two are more recent acquisitions. But yeah, you see, what reminded me of this is that I picked up FIFA recently, the first FIFA I ever played. So nostalgic value, I played it on an exchange in France. The French kid I stayed with had FIFA and I loved it. But I saw this and I remembered that I had this stored away, and I've had it stored away for the best part of 20 years. But this advert presenting the 4-way play. To use the 4-way play to get twice the playing pleasure. So playing pleasure, and of course that's what we all seek, isn't it? Pleasure in gaming. So this little flyer reminded me that I had this. So it's saying that kicking, shooting, looting and booting in this action romp. Okay, so that's referring to General Chaos. I've never played that. Here it's good. So it's saying for General Chaos, Bill Walsh College Football, NHL Hockey 94, which I have, Madden 94, which I also picked up recently, Mutant League Hockey, and FIFA International Soccer all support this 4-way play. And you can, for the price of $25.99, send off for it, or presumably pick it up in the shops. I must admit, I didn't really see this for sale. I think maybe vague recollections in an independent game shop. But of course, this is EA's iteration of a 4-player adapter. Sega did produce their own. So there are compatibility issues with non-EA games. I think it does work on some non-EA games, but not all. But yeah, this advert in this FIFA made me take a look at it. And maybe I should set it up and see what it looks like for the first time. Unfortunately, with social distancing, I don't have 4 friends who can all come into the same house right now to try this, but I'm going to plug it in and let's see what happens. And of course, the games, they have this artwork to tell you that it supports, and I've not seen it on YouTube, but the MegaCD games as well. Also, there's the graphic there, and again for NHL here. So I think to make this video a little bit different, I'm going to use a CD version of a game, to hopefully be one of the only YouTube videos to show the 4-way play hooked up to a MegaCD, and we'll do this one because I do love FIFA Soccer, and this MegaCD version is my own copy from back in the early 90s. So I'm going to set the MegaCD up, and we'll connect this and see what it all looks like. Okay, here's my Mega Drive 32X and MegaCD II setup. So let's picture this is probably about 1994 period accurate. Here we have it all set up. Here's the 4-way play adapter. You can see it just slots into the front. It sort of mounts it in a rather, I don't know, it looks like some kind of mouth or some kind of protrusion, sort of extending out with maybe it's like a teat. These Mega Drive controllers are connected like I was thinking like where a dairy farm where you've got the the attachments to the cow's udders. So here they all are, and it's a horrendous mess. So if we think back in 1994, would you have the money to do all this? Would you have 4 controllers? Possibly. But there is a lot of wires, because obviously this already needs 3 power supplies as it is. So you can see I've got a tower here, and then all these controllers, all the mass there. Well, anyway, it's all in. So let me fire it up, and let's see how FIFA looks with the 4-way play. Okay, we're all connected. So I'll fix the aspect ratio, don't worry. I agree, it should always be 4:3. For some reason this telly keeps forgetting the settings, which is really annoying. So there we go, it's 4:3. It's fired up. My first challenge is I don't know which controller is primary, so I don't know which one's number one. But we'll worry about that in a bit. So actually, FIFA on the MegaCD was not really that much of an upgrade. It had lots of loading times, but it did have a rather majestic introduction. You know, FMV, very grainy, but there was a lot of footage from Italia 90, I seem to remember, and an absolutely banging theme tune compared to the cartridge. So there's the FMV sequence. So I'm not going to spend too long on that because that's not the main focus of this video. But I do recommend maybe you check out the intro on another video because the music is absolutely banging. Okay, so I've pressed start on what I believe to be the primary controller. Okay, so let's see if it recognises the four-way play. So it says battery unsable. I think that's probably French. I don't know what's going on there, but obviously it's not happy with the battery inside the MegaCD. Right, so let's do an exhibition. So it looks as though the top left port is the primary controller. So we'll do the US versus England, fine. Okay, we've got... Okay, that's good, so I've worked that one out. Oh, very good. It's all working, so I can have all four players on England's side. And of course there's only me available, but there we go. It does work. I don't think I've ever seen a video of it with a MegaCD game. Not that it should be any different to a cartridge. But there we go. Wow, that's rather quite fantastic. See all the different colours, so we've got purple, blue, yellow and red to denote each player. And yeah, I don't know who the blue one is. Of course, that is the problem. Which colour represents which controller. So I think these came with stickers. So I think they actually came with stickers that you could put. And it's frozen. That's wonderful. Is that because I pressed the start button, or is that I don't know why it froze there. But there you go. Obviously, extremely difficult to show you in any meaningful way how four players might look, because I don't have three other people. But this, yeah, I think this would have been a lot of fun back in the time, and maybe when the virus is all done and dusted, I'll get a few mates around and we'll play, particularly NHL. I really enjoy NHL. That would be a good one to play on this. But anyway, I hope you found that a little bit interesting, a little bit of an insight into how four players would have looked on the Mega Drive or MegaCD.